Hello and welcome everyone to a new road trip video. We are going 4,000 kilometers to Italy in my e-Golf, and I'm gonna take you with me and we'll see what happens. Let's hope all the charging infrastructure works, but first let's go into our vehicle stats. Here we are. Since charging, no, long term. We wanna reset this. Here we are. Reset long term. Yes, we wanna reset this. 0, everything. Since charging, this was just 3 kilometers, that's alright. And since start, yeah, that's from now. Alright, so I'd say let's start. We are also almost fully charged, 97%, 275 kilometers on the gasometer with climate control on. That should be fine. We have only 75 to go. That sounds a bit too close. I think it was more like 150, something like that. We'll have a look in this. We should arrive with around 30%. We get 98 now from the app, 97 from my custom made display here. And yeah, so let's begin this trip. So we got about half of our trip distance covered, a bit more. We have 62 kilometers left, and oh my god, there's a person. And we still got 60% in our battery, and we got 157 kilometers on our gasometer. So yeah, I think we'll easily make it there. Predicted arrival is at around 1:33 a.m. 1 hour left to drive, and yeah, I think that should be easy. Let's hope we get some decent speeds at the charger. Should be a hypercharger. 300 kilowatts possible. Our car can do 40 theoretically, but I guess the batteries are still too warm because it's going uphill, downhill. We're regenning quite a bit, so yeah, I think we will get around 30 to 40 kilowatts if we're lucky. But yeah, let's see how that plays out and how far we will be able to charge. Are almost at our destination at the ENBW hypercharger. 1.8 kilometers left, and we just thought about skipping this one and going to another charger in 70 kilometers because we still have 34 kilometers in our battery and 89 kilometers on our gasometer, and it already went up like 7 or 10 kilometers in the past 10 minutes. So we're gaining. We're almost having a decent on the way to the next charger, so it's going like 400 meters down. We should be able to make it, and the thing is, the e-Golf doesn't have active battery cooling, so the more charging stops we make, the slower we charge. If we come in lower and charge for longer, we can keep up the speeds for longer because the battery heats up while charging and it doesn't really cool down while driving. And while regenning, we also get even more temperature in the battery. so we don't really can cool down the batteries while driving. It also still has 19.5 degrees Celsius outside, so it's pretty warm. The battery was around 40 degrees when we charged it before starting, but it stood for like 2.5-3 hours at 25 degrees outside temperature, so it probably didn't really cool down while being parked. So yeah, the hypercharger is just over there. We can probably see it somewhere there on the parking lot. But we still have 34% left. So it makes more sense to go to the next charger, arrive with around 10%, charge up to like 80 something percent, and go on to the next charger. I think this should be the faster way to go, at least with this car. With any other car or any car with battery cooling, I wouldn't do it that way because it wouldn't be much faster. But this car is a bit stupid, so I think this should be the better idea. Right, so we decided we'd go to the next charger right next to the Swiss border, because then we still have German cell service, which is much cheaper than the Switzerland one, and we can charge there quite quick. We should arrive, it's about 50 kilometers. We still have 88 on the gasometer. We have 34% in our battery, so should be quite easy to get there. If not, there are enough bailout options before where we can charge. So yeah, we should be good to go. That's what we do now. We go. Okay, so we arrived at our destination. Charge point is right behind us. It's an Allego triple charger. Yeah, I normally wouldn't use it, but I didn't look it up, so let's hope it works. If it doesn't, wouldn't be that bad. We still have 50 kilometers left on the gasometer, 80% in the battery. But yeah, let's have a look and plug in if we can. Of course, the Allego charger didn't work, so we drove 2.5 kilometers or so away to the next triple charger. This one's not an IFA check, but an ABB unit. This is normally way more reliable, and it's not Allego, but has to be another charging point operator. It seems like this one hasn't been used in a while. If you can see this, there are so many bugs. But yeah, let's try this, plug in, and see if it works. This looks perfect. Let's plug you in. Get that flap out, get that plug in, get you connecting. Yeah, okay, start. I scanned the code again, it clicked, and now we are juicing up. We arrived with 15% or something, so it took us 3% to get here, 13 even. But my little display inside isn't that exact, so yeah, should be about all right. So let's have a quick look about the charging stats and the consumption we had coming here. Vehicle since charging, that's from the beginning, 11.9. That's really good. I mean, also we drove 200 kilometers in 4 hours because we only drove on slow streets and not on the highway. But yeah, that's still quite good. I'm a fan of this. So let's charge up. Car says we need about an hour to be fully charged. We don't need to be fully charged. I guess we're going to around 80% more or less, I think. But I don't know yet where we're heading next. So probably just before the Gotthard Pass in Switzerland. But we'll check this out, get some coffee, probably. There's a McDonald's nearby. And yeah, then get going in 40 minutes or something. We are getting, let's have a look at the charging speeds, 30 kilowatts. That's quite good, almost as expected, even a bit better than I thought. So yeah, I'm fine with that. After some research, we found our next stops. We're going 118 kilometers now to the next charging stop. We are still charging at 21 kilowatts, not that much, but we won't get any faster charging at the next stop, I guess. So it doesn't make any difference if we charge here or at the next stop. We also had to plan our route, as Apple Maps told some shit about a closed road that isn't actually closed, at least as far as we found out by searching Google Maps and Waze and the internet. There's nothing there about a closed road, so it should be open, and Apple Maps is just fucking stupid. I don't know. Normally it knows everything, but sometimes seems like it doesn't. So we got over 200 kilometers in the gasometer. That's enough for me. We got 118 kilometers to go. We're gonna make a short stop at the McDonald's right up the street, back here where we just came from, right on here. Get a coffee, go to the restroom, and then continue on our trip. It says 2 hours to go. Arrival at 5:45 a.m. So it should be already kind of day again until then. And yeah, so I'm gonna unplug us and we are ready to go. Automatic lights up here. We're gonna push this button if we unlock the car. So, charging stopped. 16 kilowatt hours in 40 minutes. That's not the best stats, but that's how it is within 2017 model year car. So let's jump back in, pick up my laptop, and let's go. After getting some coffee at McDonald's, we're now heading into Switzerland, and here's a limit of 20 kilometers per hour, so we're gonna do that. We have to be careful in Switzerland because it's hella expensive to drive too fast here, so yeah, let's not drive too fast here. There's a red light. I think we have to stop here. Or do we? No, that's a bicycle stop sign. Alright. Speeds 50, 80, 120. Alright. 80. That's what we're supposed to go. Yeah. Okay, that was easy. Welcome to Switzerland. Okay, just to be clear, we are of countryside Switzerland. There's nothing but cornfields and a street that wouldn't even be a street in Germany. Would just be a tractor way to get to your field or something, I don't know. And there are literally cars driving here other than us. People that live here. It's not like that's some shit road or something. People literally drive there to work or something, because for what different reason would you drive around at 4:34 a.m.? Wait, even what? That's just so wild. Nothing there. This street, I would have been allowed to drive 80 kilometers an hour there. These people are just different. I don't know.
They build different.
Yes. Finally, after some searching around in the neighborhood, we found the charger right there behind us. ABB charger again, so should be working. We're gonna test that out now. But let's have a look at our stats since charging. 3 hours for 120 kilometers. That's crazy slow. But 10.6 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, that's fine. I mean, we drove really slow. It was one village to another. But yeah, I think we can live with that. That's what we signed up for. So let's get out, plug in, and see how fast we can charge. 28% left, 84 kilometers on the gasometer. Charging is authorized. Let's get this thing plugged in. That's a big chunky plug. Charging begins as soon as power is available. Let's hope there's... Okay, that was a big plug. That was a big relay. Seems like power is available. Preparing. $180 kilowatts. That's crazy fast for that kind of charger. But we can't handle that much. Seems like we're good. "55 minutes until full." Yeah. Let's see how much we need to get to our next stop. But there will be a big climb up the mountain, so I think we're gonna charge pretty high up. And here you can hear what countryside sounds like in Switzerland. Cowbells. Oh my god, I would be so pissed off. Beautiful landscape here. Really nice. That's the direction we're going, and we're going up there somewhere, I guess, over the mountaintops. Will be exciting. We are charged up to 95%, 292 kilometers on the gasometer. We have 155 kilometers to go, but like 1,000 meters up the hill, so we need that buffer to get up there, I guess. And we also go downhill again, so that's fine, but yeah, let's hope we can get there. Okay, so let's unplug. Press here, make it go cluck. pull it out, slap it closed, and off we go. That makes weird noises again. Well then, let's hammer it up the hill. Are on top of the mountain at the pass, St. Gotthard Pass. We drove, let's see, distance traveled since charging 44 kilometers, burned 200, also used about half the battery, but we also drove up 1500 meters, so quite high. And we have to go back down all the way, so I'm not worried about this gasometer shit. That's wrong anyway. That would be alright if we would be going further up, but we don't want to go up there. That's a bit too high. Yeah, so we are going back down again. Let's see how much we can regen back in. And I want to know our consumption since 28.6. That's quite a lot. I think that'll go down quite good now. Yeah, so 2,100 meters. And now we go back down to sea level, more or less. At least to like back to 400 or something, I guess. But nature up here is so beautiful. I hope there were some nice shots from this boy that I could have shown you. So yeah, let's go back down again. We found a place to get out of the car, and those views are so amazing. That's so crazy. Look at those hills. I can't even capture this with the camera, but that's crazy. Damn. I found an even better view. Oh my god. This down here is the road we have to take later, I guess. So we somehow need to get down there. But first the road goes this way, over there. This is where we need to go now. And somehow we have to end up there. Oh my god, that's way too fast. Yeah, I don't know how that works, but the views are so amazing. This is so incredibly beautiful. And we got our timing so perfectly fine. Was the best idea to start driving into the night, drive through the night, and now we're here in the morning, and here's no one else. It's literally empty. There's not a single person. Up there are some people, but no one up here on this viewing point, and it's so beautiful. I can't get enough of it. From the mountain, we were back up to 62% in the battery. We're now back down to 58, but that's alright. We're going just flat straight ahead and quite slow, between 50 and 80 kilometers an hour. Really low consumption. We still have 180 kilometers on the gasometer and 46 to go to the Italian border, so not that far to drive anymore. But it says we need about over an hour to get there, so yeah, that's a bummer. Kind of slow. Let's hope we get there faster, but I don't think so. Yeah, but landscape is gorgeous. It's really, really beautiful. It's really worth the time driving, not on the highway, but the slow streets to see more. But I'm kind of tired right now, so yeah, I'm happy when we're arriving. That's one hell of a lot of charging stations right there. Like, a lot. Welcome to Italy with the steepest fucking roads I've ever driven. What the heck? How am I supposed to be driving this with a small, weak fucking stick shift car thingy? That's just not possible, I think. Or it's big pain. Really happy to be in an electric car. Whew. It doesn't even end here. Oh my god. We arrived half an hour ago or something. Didn't know for sure when it was. We drove about, I think, 13 or 13 and a half hours for 500 kilometers. I know that's a long time, but we took our time. We didn't stress too much and just went for a chill drive without highways, without tolls, and through Switzerland that's kind of slow because of all the small villages with speed limits and general speed limits being very low. So yeah, took its time, but was well worth the drive. Especially the roads over the mountains were so beautiful. That was so much fun to drive. I'm now just putting back the SD card into the dashcam for park monitoring. And let's have a quick look at the stats. Okay, don't mind the dust. I know I should have cleaned this, but I hadn't had the time to do it. So we drove in the last stint 180 kilometers, averaged 10.6 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, which is really good, but it was also really slow because of all the mountain roads. Since start was the whole trip, just like long term, 11.1 kilowatt hours, really good stats. But 12 hours driving is quite a long time for 500 kilometers, so yeah. E-Golf is not the fastest road tripper, but yeah, you can do it if you want to. We are now charging up, 3 hours until full, 6.4 kilowatts. Probably not gonna charge until we're completely full, but that's all fine. Maybe we can charge this evening again or something, because later we want to go explore some of the scenery here. But you can see that on my Instagram. I won't put that in my videos, otherwise they're gonna be way too long. These are focused on driving and road tripping and charging infrastructure and that stuff. But yeah, rest of the vacation is on in my Instagram stories, and yeah, go follow me there. And that's all we got time for today. Hi, here's Niko from editing. I've seen we're already at 30 minutes, so I will split this here. The next parts will come up in the next days when I'm done editing those. This will take some time because those are long videos and that's a lot of material, almost 2 terabytes. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this. The next parts are gonna be even more focused on the charging, as there will be more charging with less blah blah all around it. So I hope you're pumped for that. Thank you for watching already, and see you guys in the next one. Thanks, bye.